What's up, guys, and welcome back to Cryptographics. Today, we're going to be dropping 5 reasons why I think Ethereum will be outperformed by Pulsechain in their comparative launches. So how will Pulsechain perform? Let's check out reason number 1. Pulsechain will be launching with all of the infrastructure that Ethereum has been building since 2015. This means from the time of launch all the way till now, everything that we see on Ethereum and it being the most jam-packed network with the most projects, the most products on it, is now going to be just boop, dropped into Pulsechain as if it's just a fresh start. We have all the infrastructure we need to create a booming digital economy from the get-go, just like that. So let's move on now. What is reason number 2? 2, it is launching with the incentivized infrastructure. So not just infrastructure, it's incentivized infrastructure, meaning people's tokens from Ethereum are getting copied over to the Pulsechain, incentivizing the use of everything on the network. It's not even just making the network and making all these projects available to go be used right away with like this incredible amount of tokens to be interacted with. You're also getting the tokens that you've owned, and people are getting tokens that they own on the Ethereum network placed into the Pulsechain for them. And all they have to do is open their wallet and they're going to be there. So they have the infrastructure and they have the tokens to already make the infrastructure useful. You don't have to put any money into it. It's just boom, ready to go. So what's reason number 3? And that would be, it will have an incredible amount of hype surrounding launch. And people know exactly what to expect in regards of like what we're just talking about, the projects or the products that will be on the Pulsechain without any trial and error. Because that was one of the big things. Like there had to be so many issues down the line with for Ethereum that they had to figure out, right? Plus, the big thing with this is the hype. There's been over 100,000 wallets that have sacrificed for Pulsechain, and there has been a great deal of wallets. I know it's less than 100,000 wallets for Pulsechain as well, but there's a lot of people watching. There's over 60 or 70,000 people in the Telegram for Pulsechain. You hear it everywhere. It's seeping all over Twitter. It's on YouTube. It's on tons of social media platforms. You're even hearing it in like mainstream YouTubers nowadays. So there's a lot of hype happening. As soon as Pulsechain goes off, you're going to see people just flooding it for either free money or to double their money or just to interact with, maybe to make a huge amount of gains, whatever that might be. There's going to be so much hype. It's a massive project. This has never happened before. So reason number 3 is the hype. What is reason number 4? This is a debatable one, but if this happens, it's going to be huge because the expectation right now with Ethereum is for Ethereum 2.0 to come out and for the network to improve on many, many fronts. If Pulsechain comes out, Pulsechain will beat it at its own game to market, and the users will get the first taste of Pulsechain, and that will be the good taste in their mouth, and they'll leave Ethereum because it'll possibly leave a bad taste in their mouth, essentially, because Ethereum right now is expensive to use. It's not that fast. It's got proof of work still. The miners are involved. It's not proof of stake. There's more to it than that, but we'll leave it there for now. And Pulsechain's essentially going to beat what Ethereum is innovating in trying to make Ethereum 2.0 to market. If they do that, they're going to have dominance in that space because Ethereum just can't compete. Everyone's going to want to go to Pulsechain once they find out. People won't maybe for a bit, but those who do find out will tell people, and they'll tell people, and they'll tell people, and everyone will end up wanting to check out Pulsechain. And whether they stay there or they come back and forth is one thing, but they will go there, I believe, regardless. So that's reason number 4. Let's check out reason number 5, our final reason for today. Pulsechain is using 7 years worth of failures in code to create a network that can start absolutely, or as close to absolutely, worry-free as possible. Yes, they're making some changes, but the underlying code from Ethereum, and I think even Binance, to a small degree, specifically with Ethereum's been tried and tested for the last 7 years since it was launched in 2015. I mean, we have so many case scenarios that have been solved, so many issues like hacks and bugs with inflation or all sorts of like just problems that have needed to be solved they've been figured out, and that's all gone into the code. So by Pulsechain taking that and building off of that, we've basically just piggybacked off of the years of hard work that the Ethereum developers have been using to fix everything as it's gone wrong, and we're just making that our starting platform with improved mechanics within the protocol itself. So that's massive. That's like reassuring to think about, even just knowing that you're going to a protocol that is going to have zero issues with it for the most, like pretty much zero issues. The testnet's been out for a while. We're on version 2B, which if you don't know, by the way, you need to check that out. Check out my last video. I talked about it, but still 7 years worth of failures in code is going to be massive for its starting point. Man, it's pretty much, in my mind, it feels like worry-free. It's not, but it's as close to as it could be. It's reassuring as hell. So that's my 5 reasons, but let's take a look at one more thing, just as a bonus here. What did ETH do? What did the Ethereum price do in the first 365 days in price gains? Well, if you go and look at the chart, in the first week, ETH went from about a 0.0, I think it launched at 0.05, went down to 0.75, and it went down to $0.7, skyrocketed up to 1.82 or 4, which is about a 2.6x in its first week. Then it dumped for 2 months straight. After that, Ethereum from its launch to its all-time high, within that year, which was I think closer to May, around roughly. It's not as important. It's just the bottom of the top or the launch to the top was around a 27x. That's in 1 year. That's within 1 year. It's actually shorter than 1 year if you look at the chart. And then if we even go from its all-time low, it did around a 47x in price gains from its all-time low. So after it went all the way down for 2 months to about 0.5 roughly, 0.4, no, it's like 0.44 roughly of a dollar, 44 cents. From there, it went all the way up to $20 and something cents, and it was a 47x in price gains. So remember, I'm not going to tell you what Pulse will do or Pulsechain will do in price, but these figures are important to note, especially considering that we're not building on an empty chain. We're not trying things out really. We're building something that is meant to rip. Like we're building a Ferrari essentially. We're not starting with the wheel, trying to figure out how the wheel integrates. We're not trying to figure out how to build a differential. We're not trying to figure out how to build a transmission. Like we're taking someone's platform and we're going, this is what we're starting with, and we're making our own improvements off of 7 years of work on it. So if what my brain's thinking is the case, is we could actually see PLS outperform these gains, which is upwards of a 47x at its minimum to maximum price within that year, in 1 year, 47x. And I'm not saying that's my price prediction, but I'm showing you what has already happened compared to what is going to happen with the new network. And hundreds of thousands of people, or over 100,000 wallets have sacrificed. Remember, this means there's probably more than that that know about it. This means there's probably more people that are waiting to get in. This means that price could potentially do more than what we're seeing here. So I'm not trying to make anyone be like, holy crap, we're going to do 100x in 1 year, but you never know. Look at these numbers. Could it be? What do you think? I want to know, what do you think the price is going to be 1 year from now? Are we going to get a 50x? Are we going to get a 25x? Are we going to get a 1000x in a year? Let me know in the comments what you think we're going to get within a 1 year time frame. And also, just say hello. Say what's up. I'd love to hear your opinion. So thank you for checking out the video. And please like and subscribe. Smash that bell button as well. And guys, have a great weekend. Peace.